yangu kama mama. Alituambia wamama hatutainyang'anywa. Kama mimi nimechoka, nimetumia resources zangu zote. Saa hii napata sina certificate. Nataka ODM baba mahali huko unisaidie kupata haki yangu. Mimi nimechoka kama mama, nimenyanyazwa. Saa hii naambiwa kabila ingine haitakikani. Nimeuliza, nimeambiwa Kidero ndiye amepeana certificate. Kidero amepeana certificate akitumia mlango gani? Kama alijua akona watu wake wenye inafaa apishe, angetuambia tusiwaste resources zetu kwenda kwa nomination. Nimewaste kila kitu, sina hata ndururu saa hii kuanzia campaign. Saa hii nataka Kidero kama ndiye amepeana David Mumanyi certificate, aniambia certificate yangu iko wapi? Haki ya mama lazima itendeke. Na haki ya wamama iko wapi? Wananchi tumechoka, wamechoka na uongozi ya wanaume. Ndio sababu wananchi waliniambia nisimame. Sasa mimi naomba mwananchi mmoja wa Ruben akuja aongee, watu wamsikie na wasikie haki yetu. Tusipopata certificate leo, tumeamua tunaishi hapa. Asante.
Haya. Haki yetu. Haki yetu. Tulia. Haki yetu wewe. Haya. Haki yetu wewe. Sasa nyuma kidogo. Haya. Nimeshukuru wananchi kwa ujumla. Kwa majina naitwa Ronald Wafula. Natoka Embakasi South, Ruben Award. Sisi ni wale ambao tumepigania huyu mama mpaka siku ya leo. Tumeng'ang'ana, lakini imefikia mahali mama hajapewa certificate. Sasa wananchi wamekuja hapa kulia haki yao, kwa sababu tumesikia mtu ambaye amepewa certificate ni yule mtu ambaye hata kijiji haimjui, watu hawamtambui, anaitwa David Mumanyi. Sasa kulingana na kura ambaye ilipigwa Ruben Award, alikuwa namba 8. Hata namba 2 haja complain, namba 3 haja complain. Sitting MCA mwenyewe alikuwa namba 5 na akakubali David. But today, how come namba 7 amepewa certificate? Hiyo ndio tunalia. Hata hakufikisha kura hata 50. Wananchi hawamtambui, wananchi hawamjui. Sasa huyu mama analia haki yake, kwa sababu kwa watu ambao walikuwa na watu 10, ameng'ang'ana kwa wanaume 10 na amewaangusha wote. Haki iko wapi? Ati huyu David Mumanyi anafanya kwa afisi ya ODM. Ati anafanya hapa kwa hii afisi. Ati anafanya kwa hii afisi. Sasa tumesikia mtu ambaye amempatia certificate ni mpango wake wa kando. Yeye sisi hatumtambui. Wacha mwenzangu aongee kidogo.
Tuliani wewe, tulia wewe.
Kenya mimi ningependa kusema wana Ruben wana kilio chao. Na kwa hakika tunataka haki itendeke kwa wana Ruben. Maana Ruben wananchi wote waliamua na wakaweza kupitisha kiongozi ambaye ni mama. Na leo hii wanasema mama amenyang'anywa certificate. Okay.
Yes, live pictures there from Orange House in Nairobi. That's the ODM party headquarters, where the party continues to handle disputes arising from the recently concluded party primaries. I want to release my guests from studio. We've been discussing quite a lot to do with the state of the race. Where are we? 91 days to the elections. We've been having Francis Ole Kaparo, NCIC Chairperson, Margaret Mwachanya, Commissioner IEBC, and Francis Kuria, CEO, Interreligious Council of Kenya. Incidentally, Bona Francis Ole Kaparo, what you said, the women, perhaps some of those who really had it rough at the party primaries. You've just seen one woman there complaining. We do not know the merits of the case, so we cannot really comment on that particular case. But yes, women are really complaining that they were not treated fairly at the party primaries. Some of them, most of them, are going as independent candidates. Margaret Mwachanya, what do you think this new wave of independent candidates means for the IEBC? There are quite a number. 4,000 aspirants, even in terms of printing ballot papers. We are looking at a lot of people and their pictures. What kind of challenges are you anticipating with that?
Before I comment on that, first I want to clarify about the campaign finance that Kuria talked about. Remember, this regulation had been actually put, and it was the IBC vision that somehow to have what can I say, the control on how the campaign will be financed. But remember, still it was brushed off, and we cannot use something that is not in the law. Now let me come back to the independent party, independent candidates, sorry. The truth, I've been making jokes. Even the last time I had meeting with media people, I made a joke that it seems the voter will come to vote and will be given a paper, the ballot paper that now will be, Kiswahili, I use the word Kiswahili, inadunga chini, in a manner that now you'll start rolling it to look for the candidate that you want to elect. Actually, and the way I know Kenyans are always in a hurry, hatuna utulivu, we have no time to be keen on what we are doing. I can assure you, there are people who even will tick a person whom they were not intending to elect. Actually, this long list, it will have an impact on who is to be elected by the voters. That's a fact.
Is it possible to fit all this these candidates on one page without turning a page probably come the election? Because it looks like it is going to be a booklet. Candidates from president, governor, senator, MCA, including all those running as independents. It has to be a booklet, don't you think?
So far, from our logistic part, as IBC, we were really trying to make sure there'll be no ballot that they'll be turning over page. But up to now, remember, even we do not know how many candidates we'll be having so far because of this independent issue. I wouldn't want to actually commit myself as a commissioner. There'll be no turning or there'll be no booklet, because I want to be clear here, I'm not really expert on this logistics. But just as a grown-up and someone with brain, I can really a logistic nightmare of preparing this ballot paper. And we have personal as Margaret Wanjala Machanya, the first thing, it will be somehow there must be an act, or rather a regulation, that will reduce this this occurrence. And if I go back to Kuria, what we were saying about us, IBC, to conduct this primary, the truth is, as IBC, we had no reason to refuse to do it. But remember the dates when the primaries were being done and the date of the main election. There was no way we as the new commissioners coming in to do all these things. But personally, it's my wish I would have even been the people who are doing it, because one, we shall not be having a lot of independent, because the truth, these parties do not have the mechanism, and they don't have even the expertise of doing the whole thing. The logistic itself, it will be a problem, because remember, our parties do not have duly registered members who are known.
Okay.
Yes.
Allow me to give you about 30 seconds each for final comments. Let's start with you, Bwana Kuria. Final comments before I allow you to leave studio.
Yes, I think just to correct something small, the commissioner said, I didn't want the IBC to conduct the primaries, but to oversee and produce regulations that removed the universal suffrage.
Actually, the regulations are there, and they are with the party.
Yeah, but for moving forward, what the religious leaders have been saying, and which I want to emphasize, is that we have two things to deliver to Kenyans. One is we have to have a peaceful country, and two, we have to have credible elections. I know many people have said that peace will only flow from credible. Peace is a gift from we also must have credible elections and elections that is going to produce the next set of leaders that Kenyans have confidence in. I think this is something which religious leaders have been keep on saying. We are going to keep on pushing. We are going to keep on advocating to all the offices and all the institutions, including the security agencies. We know there is a lot of militia formation in the countryside. People are forming militias to intimidate their opponents, and this is something which needs to be checked, that we need to have peaceful elections, but we also need to have credible elections.
Okay, thank you so much. Francis Ole Kaparo?
I have no problem with having a peaceful election. In fact, I want it, and we must have it. I have also no problem in having a credible election. And I think that's the business of IBC.
Okay.
But I think also we must not, under any circumstances, subordinate peace to a process. Peace is paramount. No leader, elected or not elected, is worthy of our blood, is worthy of the destruction of this beautiful country, of making our children and grandchildren not have a future. Kenyans must know that they have a country, fragile, yes, but they must guard it.
Okay.
Under any circumstances. And let me warn Kenyans that there are too many high-sounding words that are imported and borrowed. And a lot of it is done for the purposes of soliciting funds. Kenyan lives are much more important than any funding of any organization or any group of people.
Okay.
We must stay alive.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bwana Francis Ole Kaparo. Finally, Margaret Mwachanya, very final words, very briefly.
It's my responsibility here to assure Kenyans that IBC has got a passion to make sure this election is credible, fair, and very transparent. And I want to urge my fellow Kenyans that we fight, we kill each other when we are voting for our leaders. But I've not seen any of our leaders fighting and killing each other. The most that I've seen in the parliament, people throw pepper to each other and water. And down here, you throw something that will make your fellow Kenya die. I plead with Kenyans. And when I talk of Kenyans, it is politicians together with the voters. Let us love our country. We have nowhere to go. We have to remain here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Margaret Mwachanya, Commissioner IEBC, Francis Ole Kaparo, NCIC Chairperson, and Francis Kuria, CEO, Interreligious Council of Kenya, helping us understand where exactly we are in the countdown to the elections, 91 days to D-Day. Thank you so much. We'll now be linking up with our reporter Hassan Mugambi, who is in Westlands next to the office of the Registrar of Political Parties. Of course, it is a very final day for independent candidates, or rather aspirants seeking to go to the elections as independent candidates. He'll be giving us an update. Also after that, we'll be linking up with Stephen Leto from Orange House as well. But very good morning to you, Hassan. What can you tell us? How is the mood there at Lion Place in Westlands?
Well, very good morning to you too, Fred, back at studio. The mood here is that of urgency, if I must say, because there is a queue that you are seeing right behind me. Is a queue of some of those candidates who made their applications to be in the ballot as independent candidates, and they are here to collect their certificates after submitting their resignation letters from their political parties, as well as the party symbols details and their identification, the documentation that is required here at the political parties registrar's office. We also have those that are bringing their fresh application who are being let in to this particular compound in batches of 10 candidates. We have more than 2,000 candidates who have actually made their applications so far, and I'm now going to be joined by a communication officer here at the political parties registrar, and he will be telling us, shedding more light on the issue. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
First of all, let's begin with your name.
My name is Joshua Ngala. I work as a communications officer in the office of the Registrar of Political Parties.
Yes, Joshua, how has it been?
It's been, I'll say, fair enough. You know, it's been a long journey because we started clearing like 3 months ago. So far, the past 1 week has been very hectic because that's the time that almost everyone was now coming for clearance.
With the deadline lapsing midnight today, how many people have you so far cleared to be as independent candidates?
From the records, we have around 2,200. The ones that we've issued clearance certificates. And as you see this line here so far, this is the fresh applications that I think probably at the end of the day we'll have probably surpassed the number that we have today.
So in the number, the bulk of the number of the people who are making their applications, do we have, are you able to give us a breakdown of how many MCAs, how many of them are governors, how many of them are members of parliament?
I will say that quite a number, almost 80% of the applications are MCAs, and then the other small percentages are for the other positions. Yeah, the bigger percentage is for the MCA.
Maybe what is it that is required for a candidate before they make their way here?
It's just application. Number one, you submit an application letter to show that you need clearance from the office of the registrar. Number two, in that letter you attach a photocopy of the ID, identity card or passport, whatever you use to register as a voter. Then you also attach a printout of a colored symbol, an A4. Then you pay 500 shillings. Those are the requirements. When you have that, we check, we cross-check, and we verify. Then we approve your symbol if it meets the requirements. Yeah.
Are there those people who you have turned down maybe because of their symbols not meeting your criteria?
Yes, yes. There are a few that we've turned down, and we communicate to them. We tell them to resubmit, and in fact, there are people in the office that have freshly resubmitted their symbols that we're working on right now.
What is the major challenge that you have undergone since you have been having a lot of people coming here seeking your service? What is the major challenge?
The major challenge, I think, is the bigger expectations from the applicants rather. You know, some of them do not have the requirements. Someone has just traveled all the way from, say, Mombasa, and he does not have any application, not even a symbol. So we tell them to go back. We give them the requirements, and then they submit. That has been the challenge, because they think that you just come with your ID and then you get cleared immediately. It's a process. It's a stage from application. We sort out your application, we approve your symbol, and then you wait for your letter. Yeah.
With the numbers growing by the day, because when we came here, it was not as packed as it is right now. We're seeing people still coming in. Are you envisaging a situation where you will extend the deadline?
There's no extension. The law is very clear. Actually, 8th May is what is pegged in the regulations, the election regulations. By the end of the midnight, whoever will not have submitted the application, then will not clear that.
The deadline, is it just for the people submitting their applications, or is it also collection of independent certificates?
It is not even a certificate that we issue. What we issue are letters, 2 letters. One, to show that you're not a member of a party, 90 days to election, which today is the deadline to get that clearance. Then another letter, number 2, is the letter for the approval of your symbol, of a candidate's symbol. So those 2 letters are what they're supposed to submit to IBC today. And then they're also supposed to fill 2 forms, that is from the IBC side. One, a form for the approval of the symbol, and then another one, a letter to show the intent to vie as an independent candidate. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That is Joshua, who is the communication officer here at the political parties, Fred. And as you have heard it, it is a flurry of activity here, and we are expecting that all the candidates who are seeking to go it on an independent ticket in the next general election will be doing so and will be submitting it today. Remember, it is 90 days to go. They must have shown within 90 days, according to the law, that they are not a member of any particular political party, so that they can be cleared to go it on an independent ticket. The bulk of the applicants here are the members of county assembly. We also have members of parliament, and we also have some of the senatorial seats, as he has put it here to us. And I'll hand you back to studio. We'll be speaking to some of the candidates just to get the feeling of why they are making their applications today. Why is it that they waited so long before they made their minds that they are going into the general election as independent candidates? Over to you, Fred.
Thank you, Hassan. Hassan Mugembe there live from outside Lion Place, where the office of the Registrar of Political Parties is situated. Of course, this being the very last day that the aspirants seeking to go to the elections as independent candidates have until 5 p.m. today to be cleared by that office and present their nomination forms to the IEBC. We'll be linking up with Hassan later on. As we continue, let's now head to Orange House, where Stephen Leto is now ready with a report. Very good morning to you, Leto. Earlier on, we saw quite some agitated aspirants complaining there at Orange House. What exactly is happening there? We thought that probably by now the party should have been done in as far as resolving the disputes arising for the party primaries is concerned.
Good morning, Freddie. It is literally pandemonium, chaotic scenes here at the Orange Democratic Party headquarters in Nairobi, whereby several aspirants accompanied by their supporters arrived here in the morning to check the status of their certificates, with very little time remaining ahead of tomorrow's or Wednesday deadline, where names of successful candidates are supposed to be presented to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, and today for the independent candidates who wants to go it alone in the August 8 polls. And so what the status here at Orange House is, certificates have been issued. Some of the certificates has been issued to losers in several races, especially here in Nairobi, members of county assembly representatives in several wards. And so what happened here in the morning is some aspirants came to collect their certificates from the party, but just to find out that the certificates were issued to other aspirants who they say, according to returning officers and presiding officers, were at the tail end of the race or did not win that particular race and did not receive a provisional certificate from the returning officers mandated to do that. And so a lot is happening here in terms of just trying to find out how many certificates are yet to be issued. Remember, today the elections board has said that it will give aspirants who had won the tickets their certificates, but until now we are yet to interact with Judith Pareno, that is the chairperson of the elections board of the Orange Democratic Movement Party. And so that the status of the certificates, Freddie, still remains unknown. We were told that the party was winding up this process, apart from those that are still in the political parties tribunal. And so a lot is happening here at the Orange House headquarters. A while ago, we were informed that several party officials here in Nairobi were supposed to address the press over what they termed as massive corruption that has marred the process of issuing certificates to various candidates. And so that issue, they are yet to arrive here at the Orange headquarters. And so that is some of the, but Freddie, we want to hear from some of those who have come here at the Orange headquarters just to get a feel of what they think. Tueleze jina yako na utueleze mbona unalia.
Majina naitwa Fred Kubaraza. Haki imekuwa kitu ya uchungu sana. Mbona mama alipita kule vizuri, namba 2 hajaklem, namba 3 hajaklem, namba 4 hajaklem, namba 5 hajaklem, wote wameenda independent. Lakini mama alikuwa namba 1 akasign chini tukiwa Embakasi Girls. Saa hizi tunaambiwa kwamba Momanyi namba 8 ndiye amepewa certificate. good thing. Why?
Well, Freddie, it's a mix, very emotional issues here at the Orange House. You've seen one of the interviews. We are trying to get why they are that emotional. They are saying it is because of what they are undergoing in this process, Freddie. And so we are going to see what will transpire again here at the Orange House within the next hour to see whether the National Elections Board of the Orange Party will address this issue. Because as for now, we are not seeing any officials of this party here, and we are going to just try and keep a check on to find out where they are and what is their way forward, because we understand also the issues that are before the political parties dispute tribunal at the courts, where they are supposed to make several pronouncements regarding the Suba South parliamentary seat, regarding several other petitions that have been forwarded to them. Also, we are aware also that Wundanyi Member of Parliament Thomas Mwadegu is again petitioning that the courts, or rather appealing the decision, the ruling that was made yesterday that gave the Orange Party 72 hours to prepare another a repeat of the primaries in 3 polling stations in Taita Taveta. That issue coming up this afternoon. We are going also to keep an eye on that to see what transpires. But remember, Freddie, with all that, the timelines are fast closing. The window is fast closing, both for the independent candidates who are supposed to present their certificates by midnight tonight, and also for the political parties required to present all the names by Wednesday, that is in the next 24 hours or so. And so, Freddie, we are keeping a close eye on what is happening at the Orange headquarters, particularly to see how these issues will be resolved. And so, Freddie, I hand you back, but in the next hour we will be able to update you on every single bit regarding the issuance of party certificates, and also when the Nairobi branch officials of the Orange Party arrive here at the Orange House to give us a brief on what they are terming a corrupt syndicate that has marred the National Elections Board of the Orange Party in terms of give and take. Supporters here have come, Freddie, saying that if they will not receive a fair process here at the Orange headquarters, then they might even be forced to jump ship. And even I heard some of them saying that Uhuru Karibu Dala. That is just painting a picture of how disgruntled the Orange Democratic Movement Party members are here at the Orange headquarters. Fred.
Thank you, Stephen Leto. Stephen Leto there live from the Orange House, that's the ODM party headquarters in Nairobi, where quite a number of aspirants have gone there to receive, ostensibly to receive their certificates emanating from the party primaries. Some of them disgruntled. Of course, we'll be linking up with Stephen Leto later for another update. Let's now take a break. Citizen Extra continues.